Hi, my name is Miss Emerson, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about cigarettes. So cigarettes and smoking are not good for you. Very obvious. You've heard that before. We all know this. But today I'm going to be talking to you about why they're not good for you. So, cigarettes contain a ton of chemicals that can harm your body mentally, physically, emotionally, and socially. Now, you may be like, Miss Emerson, how can they affect me socially? But cigarettes can cause addiction, and addiction can hurt your relationships with other people, your friends, your family, your teachers, all the people around you right now that matter to you might get hurt by your addiction. So that's why we got to steer away from smoking and doing bad things like that. Cigarettes can hurt your teeth. They can make your teeth yellow. They can also cigarettes can also hurt your body in many other ways other than your teeth. They can make your lungs turn black from all the smoke that builds up in your lungs, and that's not good. That makes it hard for you to breathe, right? It can also make you smell bad. You will end up smelling like smoke and cigarettes, and that just isn't really a nice thing to smell like, right? So now we are going to watch a video, and I want you to take notes on your video, and we are going to discuss some things from the video right afterwards, okay? Okay, so now that we watched that video, we are going to be answering questions. So our first question is, how many teens or kids smoke every new day? Like, how many new people take their first smoke of a cigarette? And the answer to that question is 3,000 people all over the world. That's a big number. That's a lot of people deciding to smoke. Okay, so our second question is asking, what diseases did the video say that you can get from smoking? Is at the very end. It listed a couple of them. We've already talked about how it can decay your teeth. We also learned that it can cause eye disease and weaken your bones. And it can also cause you cancer and heart problems. But the video did say that if you stop smoking now, in 15 years, your heart will be back to normal, like you've never smoked a cigarette in a day in your life. And that's pretty cool. I did not know that. And then, how many chemicals do each cigarette contain? The video says 5,000, which that is a lot. Now we are going to start another activity.
So my name is Miss Emma, and now that we've watched our video and you guys kind of have an understanding about smoking and things like that, we are going to do a activity together. So you all should have a smoking fill-in-the-blank sheet on your table, and I want you to go ahead and get that out and write your name and date on there. And we're going to go through these together as a class. So, what we're going to do is we're going to look at these words on the side over here, and we're going to fill in the blank one at a time as a class. So, I'm going to go ahead and read the words first so that we kind of know what we have in our word bank. So, we have addicted to, ashtray, ban, breathe, cigarettes, cigarette butt, cough, die, lung cancer, nicotine, non-smoking, pipe, quit, secondhand smoke, and warning. Okay, so the first one's already done for us. It says, people who smoke often blank quite a lot, even if they don't have a cold. The answer, it has it written in there for us, is cough. So, people who smoke often cough quite a lot, even when they don't have a cold. So we can go ahead and mark that one off on our sheet. Okay. The next one says, should the government blank smoking? Do you think smoking should be illegal? Take a look at your word bank and think about maybe what's a word that would fill into that blank and make sense. Would it be addicted to? No. Ashtray, that doesn't make sense. Ban. Should the government ban smoking? Do you think smoking should be illegal? Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. So the answer is ban. So we're going to write ban in the blank and mark it off on our word bank. Number 3. Can I smoke here? I'm sorry, no, it's a blank area. Okay. I'll just take a second to think about, look at the word bank and think about what might fill in the blank there. Anybody have any guesses? Non-smoking. That is correct. So, non-smoking means that you cannot smoke somewhere. So, it reads, can I smoke here? I'm sorry, no. It's a non-smoking area. So, go ahead and mark that one off on your word bank. Okay. How much does a pack of blank cost? Number 4. How much does a pack of blank cost? Think about what's left. So let's see. What's left on our list over here? Addicted to, ashtray, breathe, cigarettes, cigarette butt, die, lung cancer, nicotine, pipe, quit, secondhand smoke, and warning. I think that is asking how much a pack of cigarettes cost, since this is about smoking. So, number 4, the answer is cigarettes. So go ahead and write that in the blank and cross it off of your list. Okay. Number 5, blank is a disease caused by smoking. Are there any diseases on our list that could be caused by smoking? Any ideas? Lung cancer. Yep. Lung cancer. Smoking makes your lungs all kinds of black, right? Remember from the video? It makes your lungs all black. So, number 5. Lung cancer is the disease caused by smoking. So go ahead and write it in the blank and mark it off on your sheet. Number 6. Blank is a drug found in cigarettes. Do you remember what drug is found in cigarettes? What about on our list? What drug is on our list? Nicotine. Nicotine. Yep. Number 6. Nicotine is a drug found in cigarettes. That's our answer. So go ahead and write it in there and mark it off on your sheet. Okay, number 7. I can't blank very well when there is smoke in the air. Let's look at what we have left in our answer choices. We've got addicted to, ashtray, breathe, cigarette butt, die, pipe, quit, secondhand smoke, and warning. Okay, I can't blank. I can't breathe, maybe. That makes sense. I can't breathe very well when there's smoke in the air. So, write that in the blank and go ahead and cross that out on your word bank. Number 8, many people are blank to cigarettes. That means they can't stop smoking easily. So it's telling us the definition of the word in the blank. It means that they can't stop smoking easily. What word in our word bank means you can't do something easily, or you can't quit something easily? Addicted, right. So it says many people are addicted to cigarettes, which means they can't stop smoking easily. So go ahead and write that in the blank and mark it off on your sheet or word bank. Number 9. Some people smoke cigarettes, but others prefer to smoke a cigar or blank. Look at our word bank. We've got ashtray, cigarette butt, maybe. Die, no. Pipe, maybe. Quit, secondhand smoke, and warning. What do we think our answer might be out of those choices that we have left? Secondhand smoke? No. Well, that's another one on there. Pipe? Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if you've ever seen somebody smoke a pipe because it's kind of old-fashioned, but they have done it. So, some people smoke cigarettes, but others prefer to smoke a cigar or pipe. Mark that out on your sheet. Some children breathe blank from smokers who are near them. Ashtray? No. Cigarette butt? No. Die? No. Quit? No. Secondhand smoke? Yes. So number 10 is secondhand smoke. 11, it's often easy to see many blank outside. What do we see outside? I'm sure you guys have gone outside and see these all over the ground. Cigarette butts. That's right. Mark it off and write it on there. Number 11 is cigarette butts. Number 12, a blank is used for cigarette ash and cigarette butts when people smoke. Ashtray. That's right. Number 12 is ashtray. Number 13, you can find a blank on cigarette packages in many countries. Can you find a die? No. Can you find a quit? No. Can you find a warning? Yes. It's actually very common to find warnings on cigarette labels. So number 13 is warning. Number 14, it's difficult for people to blank smoking. We just had that one up there. Something similar, number 8, they were addicted to it, so it's hard for them to quit. That's right, number 14 is quit. It's difficult for people to quit smoking. Write it, mark it off. And then the last one, it's the last one left. It is a fact that smoking causes many people to die at an early age. Great job, guys. You did fabulous.
Hi everybody, my name is Maya Broadway and I will be teaching you how to make a Just Say No brochure as part of your assessment. So first you're going to take your piece of paper, hamburger style. You're going to fold this side first and then fold this side into threes, and then you have your brochure. And I already have my example for y'all. You're going to write Just Say No on the front. You can draw little pictures with it. For this assignment, you can write what you want to say or you can draw pictures. I did a little bit of both. For the first page or the first section when you open it, you're going to write 2 short-term effects of smoking and 2 long-term effects of smoking. My examples for short-term effects are the smell of cigarette smoke, because you can smell it when you're smoking it. You can also smell it on your clothes and it can stay in your hair. I also chose to do coughing because smoking increases your mucus, which makes you cough more. And for my picture, I drew somebody coughing with the little smell lines coming up. And then for the long-term effects, I chose cancer and poor oral health. And for my illustration, I chose to do a doctor bill and a dentist bill very long, so you could see it is a long-term ongoing effect. And then on the next section, you will choose 2 things to do instead of smoking. I chose playing a game or doing a craft. This can be any activity that you like to do at home or something that you haven't done before. And then on the last page, you will write how to say no to smoking. You only have to do like 2 or 3, or you can do more. I chose to do no thanks, drugs are bad for your body, no I don't want to, and just a simple no will suffice. You will use the instruction that you were given about how to say no to smoking to fill out this brochure and use examples. And don't forget to write your name on the back.
Hey guys, I'm Miss Bailey. So I have a question. What did we learn today? Correct. We learned about smoking and why it's bad for us. We learned that from our worksheet activity and our brochure. So in our video and throughout those 2 activities, we learned that smoking can cause eye disease. It can harm what can it harm? Our lungs, because cigarettes contain harmful chemicals. The chemicals in cigarettes are very bad for our teeth and can cause oral diseases, sensitivity, and tooth decay. And smoke through cigarettes can cause harmful things to the nerve endings in our nose. And that can lead to the loss of smell. So simply just because of smoke inhalation, we can lose our sense of smell because it harms the nerve endings in our nose. The smoke can also damage the cilia. What is that? Do you remember what that was? Good. The cilia was responsible for keeping our airways clean in our lungs. So with smoke, it harms our lungs and it creates a bad filter, so we're not breathing in good air. Our airways are not clean, and the cilia is responsible for keeping our airways clean. But if smoke is damaging them, then how do our airways stay clean? They don't. So smoking also releases dopamine and endorphins, which are in your brain. And what is dopamine and endorphins responsible for? Do we remember that in the video? Yes, they are responsible for making smoking addictive. So dopamine and endorphins are what causes us to get so addicted to smoking. And smoking can also cause cancer. But we did learn that as soon as you stop smoking, the body begins to heal itself and recover within 20 minutes. So as soon as we stop and we throw them away, we're done with it, our body starts to re-heal itself. Our nerves are getting rebuilt back up, our cilia is starting to get cleansed again, our dopamine and endorphin levels are going back down, and we're learning to live without it. So there are so many ways to say no to smoking. We've learned a few of them through our activity worksheet, but let's talk about a few. We want to say no to smoking because it hurts us, right? It's harmful to our body, it's harmful to our brain, our nose, our lungs, our heart. It is harmful to everything in our body. So we learned in the activity and the brochure ways to say no. In the brochure activity, we learned 2 short-term effects and 2 long-term effects. We learned how to say no, and we learned 2 things to do instead of smoking. So I created a 1-pager to sum up what we learned today, and you're going to do the same. So in the middle, I have why smoking is bad for you. Over here, I have a no smoking sign. We see these at restaurants, we see these in buildings, at concerts, at the movies. We see these everywhere, and that just means no smoking. Because when we smoke inside buildings, they stain the walls, creates bad air for you to breathe in for everyone else around you. So that means no smoking. Right here, we learned that smoking hurts our bodies. So smoking hurt our bodies in many ways. It hurt our brain. It made us addicted because of our endorphins. We also learned that it hurts our heart. It weakens our heart. We learned that it hurts our lungs because it becomes very hard for us to breathe, and it damages and hurts our lungs in more ways than we can imagine. They're bad for our teeth. They cause oral diseases, sensitivity, and tooth decay. And we learned about them hurting our nose. We learned that it damages the nerve endings in our nose, causing us to not be able to smell, altogether losing our sense of smell. We learned that the smoke can damage the cilia, which was what? It was responsible for keeping our airways clean. And we also learned about cancer. So that was many ways that smoking hurts our bodies. I also drew a picture of lungs. This is the healthy lung and the non-healthy lung. So this red lung is the lung without any smoking effects done to it. And this gray one is what our lungs look like when we smoke. See how dirty and nasty it looks? This right here is packs of inflammation that's damaging our lungs, making it hard for us to breathe. You know, like when you run and you can't catch your breath. Think about doing that all the time. When you cough, when you walk, when you get in your car, it can simply be anything. So it's very harmful to our lungs. But when we don't smoke, our lungs are healthy. We can breathe easy on our own. We don't have these packs of inflammation. Look at those nerves in our lungs are more spread out. They can breathe. So that is a healthy and an unhealthy lung. Right here. Ooh. That is what our teeth look like when we smoke. So when we don't smoke, our teeth look pretty and white, and they don't look like that, do they? People who smoke, their teeth turn yellow. Some people floss their teeth and they start to decay and they get sensitive and they hurt. That is representing that. Smoking damages our teeth. Good job. So over here, we have smoking is addictive. We learned that smoking was addictive by the dopamine and endorphin levels in our brain. When we smoke, that's what makes us addicted to smoking. So we learned that the term addictive in our worksheet, it also meant something we can't stop doing. We just can't quit doing it. Our brain, our body is telling us that we want it so bad that we're addicted to it. And those endorphin and dopamine levels is what causes that. And right here, these are kids or adults telling you to say no to smoking. So we've learned many reasons why to say no to smoking and how to say no to smoking. It can sometimes be hard because people tell us that it's cool or it's fun or you look smarter or it makes you look scary, makes people intimidated of you, but that is simply not the truth because we've learned what it really does to you. It hurts you. It hurts your teeth, it hurts your brain, it hurts your body. Would you rather be strong and healthy or would you rather be weak and damaged and your body is hurt because you smoke? So we've learned to say no to smoking and why it's so harmful and hurts our bodies. So now we need to go tell everybody else about it. Go tell your family, your friends, even people on the street. Tell them no to smoking and the short-term, the long-term effects, how to say no, and something you can do instead. We talked about playing video games. We talked about reading. We talked about even grabbing a healthy snack. So go share it aloud and tell everybody why smoking is bad for you.